Hello, my friends. Hello, my friends. How you doing today? Let me see. I'm gonna put you this way. Yeah, I don't like that light to be in my way all the time. So I'm gonna move you this way. How you doing today? We are making breakfast. We're making breakfast this morning. We're making breakfast this morning. Okay. So, a couple things I'm going to do for my breakfast is okay. So, I have here some Abbott burger and also a Beyond burger. I'm going to make this into breakfast sausage. I'm going to use my oh, I need to boil this. Hold on. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Let me boil my cashews because I'm making a little cream. So we're just gonna put that back there. All right, so let that get going. So what I have here is Beyond and hi Kitchi. Good morning. Beyond patty and also an Abbott patty. And I'm going to season this up so that it tastes like what I want in a breakfast sausage because I don't have any breakfast sausage. So I'm gonna leave a little black pepper in there. And when you think about breakfast sausage, what else goes in there? Fennel, right? We're going to put some fennel in there because we're going to make a breakfast sausage. And some breakfast sausages have a little sage, right? So we're going to put some sage in it. Or some celery seed. Yeah, we'll put a little celery seed just to give it some flavor. And we're going to look for our sage. And we're going to put the sage in there. And child, I don't know what that is. Let me see. One thing I cannot stand that I do a lot is I lose the color. Okay, here's the sage. So I think that's baby. Okay. So we're going to use a little sage as well. So we have sage, fennel, celery seed. Now we're going to use some red pepper flakes. We're going to make ourselves, we're making breakfast sausage, right? And we're going to use some garlic powder in here. And it has some little black pepper in there already and some of these onions. Okay. So I think that's usually, we could use some smoked paprika too. This is usually the kind of seasonings that we see in sausage. I'm gonna put some smoked paprika in. And we're just gonna add that to our burger. And my husband brought this up to me yesterday. He was like, did you used to put seasonings inside a burger to make sausage? I said, yeah, I did. I actually learned that from my mother years ago. She's not a vegan, but she used to add seasonings to hamburger to make a breakfast sausage because we didn't grow up eating pork, and pork was, good morning, the blessed 64. pork was all that you saw for those kind of sausage. So I learned to do this, make these kind of seasonings that you put inside of your burger to make a sausage. This is not burger from scratch. It's not walnut meat or lentils. This is made from Abbott Burger and also a little Beyond Burger. So the Beyond Burger is going to keep it together. The Abbott Burger is a little bit more wholesome, right? So I got my seasonings here, and I'm not going to use them all. Let's see how much I need because I only have 2 patties in here. Just making myself a little breakfast sausage. And you know, I have made breakfast sausage, and maybe one day I'll do a live stream on that. That's probably a good idea. I've made breakfast sausage out of seitan that I take and I freeze. Like I make them out of beans and seitan and then freeze them for a long time. I haven't done that in a long time, but I think that's a good thing to do because I have plenty of vital wheat gluten, so that'll be good. Now, because there's no salt in here, I actually can season this pretty good, but I do need to taste it and make sure that it's not overdone. Let me taste it. Oh yeah, it tastes like sausage. That's what we want. Sorry. Sorry for the loud noise. I could put it all in. Because again, it's no salt. And that was celery salt, sage, fennel, garlic powder, minced onion, and I think that's it. Oh, I'm sorry. Red pepper flakes and also smoked paprika. And so that's what I put in there. And I'm going to now make these into sausage patties. I'm going to take my gloves off. Move y'all over here. I'm going to put those sausage patties back there. Turn that on. This is going to be our scramble this morning. And I have some nuts boiling because I'm going to make a little white sauce. I haven't posted it up on YouTube yet, but I did on Instagram and Facebook, a restaurant that I went to many years ago that made a chicken and waffles that I love. It's in Manhattan, Urban Vegan Kitchen. It had a cream sauce, cream sauce. You have an incredible mind. I forgot sausage patties existed. Yeah, right? Yeah. Thank you, Kitschy. What was I getting ready to say? So yeah, so they made this waffles with kale and cream sauce on top, and I thought it was so good. So I'm gonna try to recreate that this morning. I'm gonna make some waffles, and I'm not gonna. Theirs was chicken and waffles. We're gonna have sausage and waffles with the cream. We're not gonna use kale. We're gonna use broccoli rabe and spinach, which I think it'll be good. Let's see if this is hot enough. Yup. So those are just going to be over here getting hot. And it's only 3 of us, so this should be enough. And I just used 2 patties. Somebody told me the other day, Kitschy, that my recipes are too complicated. They're like, your recipes are so complicated at times. Well, I've been doing this for a lot of years, so you can't expect yourself right out the gate. Not you, but anybody. Out the gate to be able to do everything I can do. But I use simple things that you can use. Like, for instance, this, I didn't make it out of walnut or anything. I made it out of some frozen patties that I already had. So that makes it simple. I just seasoned up some patties I already had. Now, yeah, grinding it in a mortar and pestle. Maybe that's doing the most, but that's what I had. You could use a you could just put, you could just put Cajun seasoning in it and some herbs if you want. You don't have to do what I did. Now, we're going to go back over here because we're getting ready to put some a vegan mung beans in there, okay? So we have this here. This is what we're going to use our blend tech to blend. First, let me go ahead and, these need a little more oil, I think. Put some oil on my sausage so that they crisp up. Put a little oil on them so they crisp up. And turn them. The pan is uneven. Some of it's light skin, some of it's black. This is what happens. But it's okay. We're going to eat it. Now, see, I got to move some of these around to the side that's not doing so well. Move those in there. Move them around so that kind of, if your pan's not even, then you got to even the score yourself, right? I'm going to turn it down a bit too. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I'm going to turn it down a bit. Now, it bring back memories. English muffins, yeah. You can find some vegan English muffins too, if you look hard enough. But then you just have to remember where you found them. All right, so these are my little patties. And they're done. They're done. So I'm going to turn them off. Move them to the back. Out the way. Revisit. Oh, okay. I think I already pulled my, yeah, okay. So revisit my mung beans. Okay, so I soak these. These are mung beans that I soaked. And I'm going to go ahead and put them in with the soaking water. Because I'm not doing anything but softening, and I'm not soaking anything off. I'm just softening them. If I was soaking something off, then I would take the soaking water off. And I'm going to add some more water to that. I usually use a little hemp seed in here, but I cannot find, I thought for sure that I bought some hemp seed, and I tell you for the life of me, I cannot find it. So I just have to assume I didn't get it, which is hard for me to believe. I'm going to need more water than that, but we're going to start there, okay? So right now we're just starting with kind of covering it, and we're going to put some nutritional yeast in there. I got like 2 heaping teaspoons. I'm going to give it kind of a earthy flavor the egg has. I have some black salt. Just so you know, black salt is actually pink. I have a little. And I'm just using a pinch of it, not much. Now, I'm also going to use some turmeric for added color. But you know, the bean is yellow. You probably don't need it, but just a little bit. It's not going to hurt anything. And I'm also going to use some garlic powder. Again, we're just seasoning up what's going to be our vegan egg, okay? And a little pepper. And a little salt. And I do believe I'm going to need more liquid, but we are going to start here, see where we land, and then we'll add more as we need it. Okay. Going to put it on the sauce button. So here you go. See, this has ice cream, crushed soups, sauces. I'm going to put on the sauce. That's a cool fact about turmeric. I heard turmeric brings 50% memory. I didn't know about the quantifications of it, but I definitely know that turmeric is good for your joints, your brain, your immune system. It's a good one. Okay, so maybe we had enough water. I like the consistency of that. Yeah, I think the consistency is good. So what I'm going to do is blend it one more time just to make sure it's smooth enough on the sauces button. Okay, so that is the consistency. I'm happy with it. Now I'm just going to let it sit here for a minute before I prepare it. And then we're going to move on to making the waffle mix. So letting the egg, the vegan egg, kind of just sit and do its thing is a good thing. Like it just, it keeps it nice and soft. You soak it and then you can let it sit too, and that will make it nice and soft. So I have some regular pancake mix, right? If you get the one that says complete, you have to make sure it's a vegan complete, because complete usually means it has egg and milk in it unless it says it is vegan. So if you don't have complete, you got to go ahead and add an egg substitute and some water or milk. And this one's also asking for a little oil as well. Now, I like cornmeal waffles. That's just me. I love cornmeal waffles. So I'm going to add a little bit of cornbread mix. See, my recipes aren't that hard. This is all mixed. This is a cornbread mix from Krusty's. Not using all of it, but like part of it. I'm going to mix it together. because I like a cornmeal type of waffle. That's just, I like to taste a little cornmeal in my waffles. That's just me. Now, to replace the egg, you can do a couple different things. My husband sometimes uses chia seed. You can use, this is ground flaxseed, which I'm going to use today. I'll mix that together as well. And of course, that's going to give you extra fiber, which is amazing. All right, now we're going to add some oil. We could use melted butter here, but I'm going to just use grapeseed oil. I'm going to use about that much. I think it called for 1/3 of a cup, but it didn't factor in that I was also using cornmeal. So at this point, you kind of wing it. I'm also filling that cup up the rest of the way with water. So water and oil mixed. Then some more water. Flaxseed is in there. Not necessarily breaking up. Probably should have did that all as a real egg. Sometimes I get lazy and I just add the flaxseed to the dry, but really you're supposed to make it into like the egg first, like by mixing it with the water. So it goes in jelly-like. But you know, I didn't do that. It'll work out. I promise. All right. More water. Gonna need some more water. And you know, follow your box. I'm out here winging it, but you know, that's me. Follow what your box says. And you could even mix the cornbread batter and then mix the pancake batter and then mix the two together instead of doing what I'm doing. Okay, I didn't get my iron out. Let me get my iron out. Now, you could do, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and do pancakes if that's what you like. I like waffles. My waffle iron, I'm going to set it to custom. I'm going to set it kind of dark. Oh, wait, I can't remember. Texture. Why is my texture not going? Okay, dark. Good. Fluffy. I want it crunchy. Why is my texture thing not going? I don't know. For some reason, my texture button is not working. How do we feel about syrup? I use, what do you call it? I use maple syrup. Trying to figure out why my texture button is not doing what it's supposed to do. I don't know. Anyway, that's my waffle iron. And I'm going to finish stirring this. Yeah, it's looking great. It's giving, as the kids say, it's giving. And put some more water in. Because the flaxseed will make it fluff up, and so will the cornmeal. And this is another item that if you let sit, it gets nice and fluffy. Because cornmeal, when you let it sit, it's kind of puffs up a little bit. Same with flaxseed. Okay. So basically, I made a multi-grain mix. Okay. We're good. That's the consistency I want. I'm going to save my little water aside just in case it needs a little. I still don't know why my little texture button didn't work. I love my waffle iron. I don't need it to be acting. Maybe I haven't used it in a while. It could be me just not doing it right. Classic dark. Okay. Well, all right. Now waffle batter is here. The iron is there. Because how do you feel? Because they took Aunt Jemima off the shelves, and I'm still mad about that. Are you? Well, Aunt Jemima was a fictional character that was just being exploited by people who wanted to make money. People still buy, what's it called? Pearl Mills or something. They're buying it. But, they were using a fictional character or maybe original character, paying nobody for it. So then they had to go with their own name, which is, I think, Pearl Mills. I can't remember something. People still use it. I still see it. All right, so when it says that it is heated up, it's preheating right now. When it says it's heated up, then we'll go ahead and put that in. But until that time, I need to start this guy, my scramble. Okay. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. It was a whole thing about Aunt Jemima. She wasn't real. They were just exploiting an image. And then they had to let it go. But the product itself is still on there, on the shelves. And sometimes for instance, there's some images, some things that are just exploited in America or around the world probably. And, they have to right wrongs. I'm just chopping up some onion. I'm going to bring you back over here so you can see me chopping up the onion. So you have proof that is what I'm doing. I am chopping up onion. And this is getting ready to go inside of my scramble. It is so cold and windy out there. Ugh. Not me. Not going out there today. I'm not going to have any reason to go out today. They say it's the coldest day of the year in the Northeast area. Anyway, that's where I am. Northeast United States. It feels like -7. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go out and feel that. I'm good. It's the wind and the cold, the wind chill and the cold that's creating the problem. So we have some pepper, some onions. And I'm going to use a dish called broccoli rabe. It's a little bitter. I think I want to use this. I think I'm going to use this in my cream sauce. So let me just move that aside. It's not broccolini. It's not Chinese broccoli. It's broccoli rabe. It's a thing people like to use in New Jersey a lot. It's a thing Italians like. There we go. Okay. So that is chopped up. Now, I'm gonna bring you back over here. What's the weather? Yeah, it's -7. It's bad. It's not actually -7, but it feels like -7 because of the wind chill. So nasty business. All right, I'm gonna put this in there. Onions, peppers, a little bit of broccoli, not too much. We're gonna use that again on the cream. And we're gonna use a little bit of spinach. So we're getting a lot of veggies today. We're not playing with our veggies today. We're getting them in. We're getting them in. And we're gonna season that up. A little pepper. A little garlic powder. Oh yeah, we was doing 30 days of greens. Not all greens, just veggies. And still doing it. Lemon salt, just a bit. Let that saute. Let that saute. Isn't that pretty? Look at that color. Ooh wee. Look close up. Ooh wee. Is that not gorgeous? It is. It is. I know it is. It's gorgeous. Look at that. It's pretty. We're gonna let that sit like that for a minute, and then we're gonna just pour our scramble over it. Let's just make sure we have just one more dash of oil. Make sure it's not going to stick. But what's great, I love this pan that I'm using. This caraway pan really makes things so that they do not stick. So I wanted to be sure that I used it for this scramble. Now, I got the scramble on medium heat. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour the mung beans, which is also called Mung dal, over the veggies. This is also seasoned up already. It has nutritional yeast, salt, pepper, garlic powder, all the things, right? Just going to pour it over gently, gently. I'm going to take it all the way down to low and keep letting it go. Right now. Girl, you are top chef. I don't know if that's true, but I try to do my best. Okay, so back here we have some cashews, oops, that have to be blended into a white sauce because we're going to put some greens into a white sauce and that's going to top our taco. Now, this is a recipe that I saw in New York, so it's not my recipe. But I didn't see it. I went to the place and I ate it. And I was just like, ooh, this is delicious. So I posted it up. The name of that place, Urban Vegan Kitchen. It's in Manhattan. I posted it up today. But what happens to me a lot of times is when I see something and I get hungry. So that's what happened. I got a little hungry and I decided, let me go ahead and do something for me. Try to recreate the dish so I can eat. And so that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm recreating the dish so I can eat. Now we're gonna see how this is. We want to make sure this is kind of done, right? It's not like eggs. So you have to give it a minute. So in here, I have 2 cloves of garlic and my cashews and a little water. Now I'm just gonna, I think I need a bit more water. I'm gonna blend it so that I make a little white sauce. And that's gonna go with my greens. And yes, this dish is layered. I get that, but I had it and I want it, and that's it. So I'm gonna put on sauce over here. Just kind of toss it into pieces. Okay. It's not egg, so we don't treat it like egg. We treat it like beans. Let it sit there, gradually get itself together. Okay, yeah, my sauce is looking amazing. It needs some salt. I'm gonna show you my cashew sauce. So I made this yummy sauce That is going to go with my greens. I need some salt. And it's going to top my waffle. So what I'm doing right now, we're going to keep letting this kind of sit and toss around. Just going to let it do what it do. You can also do this out with chickpea flour, and I started to this morning, but I don't have any chickpea flour. I don't know. Did I use it all? Who the heck knows? So just kind of let that get done. Yeah. I'm gonna go back over here to our waffle iron. And my waffle iron is past the stage of trusting the nonstick to work. You know, it is nonstick, but I don't trust it to work anymore because sometimes it just doesn't. So it's nice and hot. Butter it. There we go. All right. Now we're gonna, whoop, sorry. I'm gonna start putting our thing. I think it might have turned off on me. I hope not. Let me see. No, it's still there. Okay. The light went off. I wasn't sure. Just put a scoop in every square. And this makes a pretty big waffle. You actually could probably feed a couple people with this waffle. Okay. I'm going to let our scramble keep scrambling. Now we're going to start with the greens. Turn that on medium. Okay. Then we're going to turn this up. Back over here. New pan. Who this? Getting ready to make our greens and our white sauce that's going to go over our yummy waffle. Now, like I said, theirs is chicken and waffles. I am doing sausage and waffles and egg. Got my greens in there. That's not enough. Obviously, that's not all of it, but some of it. Just scrape my greens in. Let that saute. There's already fresh garlic in the white sauce, so we don't need to add extra garlic. But especially because this broccoli rabe was frozen, we could definitely season it. Like I bought it fresh and then I froze it. So sometimes it gets a little waterlogged. So we definitely need to come back in, hit it with some seasoning. I'll put some salt. Just some regular sea salt. Sauteing broccoli rabe. Let me check on these guys over here. Yeah. Just kind of let it do its thing. Saute. Now we're going to go ahead and put in our cashew cream because we're making a little white sauce to go over our tacos. I mean our waffles. So it's going to be like a savory and sweet. So we're still using syrup. This is the way I got it from the Urban Vegan Kitchen, and it was amazing. So I'm kind of recreating it. They had kale. I'm using broccoli rabe and cashews. I don't know what they made their white sauce out of. But this is what my white sauce is. Sorry for the noise. And I want to taste it to make sure that it tastes good. But that's it. That's my white sauce that's going over. Let me taste it. Make sure that it tastes good. Let me see. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what'll make it taste better? Mm. And you know what? I like it. It tastes sort of like, I'm putting some mushroom seasoning in it. It tastes sort of like the white sauce of cream chick beef, which is amazing. I'm going to turn this off. This is ready. It's so good. I might need to add a little water. Mm-hmm. Loosen it up a little bit. Now, to the person who said my recipes are complicated sometimes, I did not redeem myself today. This is quite a layered dish. So I'm gonna just say, touche. You said it, girl. This was a little complicated. A little more water, just to loosen it up. But you know, you can always, instead of adding cornmeal to your waffle batter, you could just go with regular waffle batter. Instead of making a white sauce from cashews, you can just go get a vegan cream cheese and some vegan milk and make your own white sauce like that. You know, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. I like Whole Foods, but I also take shortcuts. There we go. There is the white sauce that's going to go over that waffle. Let me check on my waffle, see. Oh, no. You know what it did? It stopped on me because, oh, that is bad. That is real bad because I'll be watching the Food Network. Yeah, I like the Food Network. You are more qualified than people who call themselves. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Maybe this will be my year. Food Network will call me on to do a vegan show. Well, then we'll be all happy and excited. There was a show Tabitha Brown had. She was a judge though, and I liked that show. Well, kind of. It was also weird because it was like about strange things that people couldn't eat. And so that made it not fun. Because you just would like to know the dish, not like 50 million restrictions. Like, oh, I can't have onions, I can't have this. So that made it like, okay, well, like I remember one time they asked for something that would normally definitely call for oil, but it was supposed to be oil free. And it was like, okay, yeah, you're doing the most. You're doing too much right now. All right, let's taste my scramble. See how it's good. Was you around? Oh, I love Chef G. Garvin. Yes. 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 Loved. I love Chef G. Garvin. Yeah, that was my guy. I love the Neelys. Mm, 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 mm. Woo. Mm. That is good. Who else did I used to like? I know it's probably not correct to say, but I love Paula Dean. She's doing all kinds of things on YouTube too. I don't really watch them. I'm not that much, but I loved her back then. Oh, and there used to be these ladies. Now this is gonna be because I'm 56, so I'm back there. I'm not young. I'm older. There was these two ladies that I loved. This is when the Food Network was really into cooking. Um, one of them did like Caribbean, and one of them did something else. Oh, they had amazing dishes, and it would come on during the daytime. And I really loved them. And you really just you don't see Food Network is just not doing that kind of stuff anymore. Okay, my scramble is amazing. Okay, with the veggies. Mm, baby, that thing is good. Now, what I am worried about is this. Because while I was talking to y'all, see this little thing it acts a little extra. This your year facts. Was around. Um, this thing acts weird. Like I was talking and I didn't put the waffle in fast enough. So it just decides, oh, you don't need it. And it just shut the waffle iron down. So then it starts from zero. So now I really don't know what's in there. It's either going to be a great waffle or a terrible waffle because it's not doing exactly what it's supposed to do. So I'm scared. I'm really scared. So it's basically a waffle in there, but the machine says preheat because it turned it off for me. So it's always doing that. But everything else in my meal, I'm doing good. I might have to start the waffle again. Let's just pray. Let's just pray that it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take my syrup out. This is what I use. Organic maple syrup. I either get it from BJ's or Costco. And you can warm it up, put it in the microwave or on the stove if you don't microwave. And you can warm it up. So you have nice warm maple syrup. And then you can also do a mix. Sometimes I'll do a mix of regular pancake syrup and maple syrup. And another thing too, this is a FYI, keep your maple syrup in the fridge. Because if you keep it out, it's like it's like a plant. And it will go bad. It will get like a little mold on it if you keep it in your cabinet instead of in the fridge. So keep your maple syrup in the fridge. That's not pancake syrup. Pancake syrup is like, cornstarch, corn syrup. So you could just go ahead and leave that. But maple syrup, nope. You cannot. It will go bad on you. Let me see. Scared. Nope, not ready. Not good, not good. All right, but we might be able to save it. We'll see. We're about to see how that is doing in there. I think that the damn thing needs to give me more time. You know, I didn't say I was done. Now it's telling me, it made that noise because it's telling me that it is now preheated and ready. So maybe my waffle is ready. I don't know. So I'm gonna take a plate. Yeah, pancake syrup is like corn syrup. Yeah. But with flavoring. Maple syrup comes off that tree. And that's why it's so much more expensive, maple syrup. And I use maple syrup for not just for pancakes, but also for sweetening various things in place of white sugar. But I mostly also just buy organic sugar to solve that problem. So let's see here. Whoop. Okay. Close. We're close. Let's see. Oh, it is. Yeah. You didn't have to act like this. I did not tell you that I wasn't going to use it. So you didn't need to turn it off on me like that. Okay. All right. Oh, it's going to be all right. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, we did it. Now we got to just do the bottom. Usually it's the top that's the problem. Oh, the bottom's acting funny today too. Okay, that is not what we would call a nice waffle. I love waffles, but sometimes they give me the blues. And I'm not going to feel bad because I'm going to tell you something else too. I even see people at Waffle House who be having problems. All right. Well, one thing I can say, look at my waffle. Look at my waffle. It tastes good though. Okay, let me see if I can brush this out. Start again. And hopefully it won't turn off on me. The reason why this happened is because it thought I wasn't coming back. So it just turned the iron off on me. When I poured the stuff in, the iron was off and I didn't realize it. Or else I would have started from the beginning. And so you have to brush all this out. Then we have to oil it again. And this waffle that's looking all ugly, I'm not throwing it out. It would just get picked on. It's nice and crunchy. Don't laugh. Don't laugh at me, Kissy. All right. That damn waffle. This tastes good. I really like that, the flavor. I added a little cornbread mix to pancake mix. And it makes a good cornmeal type waffle. All right, let's try this again. Let's see, make sure it's on. Okay, it's on. We'll put that there. Put that one there. And it's supposed to just take 6 minutes. And that one is beat up. I'm probably gonna have to take one for the team because I don't think I got enough batter. So I'm gonna have to eat it. And that's okay. It's good. So I would still tear them up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna tear them up. No, I understand that. I'm gonna eat it. Okay, here we go. Scramble, looking amazing. Tasting amazing. Sausage, looking dry. Let's taste them. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. White sauce that's going over it. We're going to layer this all up. This is going to be amazing. As soon as that taco over there, I mean that waffle over there gets done. Mmm. Mm. It is time for a water break. My filtered water thing is broken and we need a new one, but guess what? I'm not going to do today. Go look for one. I'm not looking for one. I'm going to drink this water here. It gets hot in here. Let's see what this taco, this waffle's doing. I say 4 minutes. I hope it hasn't broken my trust. Mm. The one that's all beat up is actually tastes really good. It's pretty good. The one that's all beat up. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna let y'all. I want to show you the presentation, so we're gonna wait. There it goes. So, right. Exactly. Yeah. See, not bad. Not bad. Mm-hmm. Okay. I can always tell when I've been on here too long. It's going on 64 minutes. I'm tired. I like to be on here an hour or less. Memories, memories. We never ate nothing before church. We just be in church starving. I would just be in church starving. I didn't eat nothing for church before church. If I was old enough, I might have made myself some cereal. But ain't nobody see to it we got anything before church. We just had to wait. We was fasting that day, and then we get home, ate good. But no, no, sir, no, ma'am. No, we did not. Nothing. And we didn't have no egos in our house at all. Had to make everything. That's why I cook like this now. I had to make everything from scratch. Waffles from scratch. Everything. Everything. And I always been the food innovator in my house. Like when I was young, in the 80s, since I was a teenager in the 80s, we would heat things up on the stove. We didn't have a microwave. And I told my mother, oh, can we please get a microwave? Just because I had to do the dishes, right? So everything we heat up, you have all these extra pans and stuff. Can we get a microwave? We just had one, we could heat everything up in one bowl. And then I found out that they had them for like $50. I was like, they only cost $50. Because when they first came out in the 70s, well, it was 300 and something. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if this thing has forsaken me. Nope. Mm-mm. Look at that. I like it be crispy like that. Mm-hmm. Now let me take it out. Mm-hmm. You have not forsaken me. I gotta see if anybody's up to eat this one. I don't think, maybe my husband's up. I don't know. It's beautiful. Yes. Ow. That's typical. Okay. Let's put it down. Burnt myself a little bit. Okay, so that's what we talking about. That's how we want our waffle to look, right? Nice and crispy. Now, we're going to take some sausage. Put it on there. These kind of broke up, but that's okay. And then we're going to take some little syrup over the sausage, like that. Okay, so we got the sweet part. Now we're going to take some egg, mung bean, egg, put it over the waffle, and then we're going to take some of the green sauce and put it around and on top. So what you get is, and this is not my recipe. I got this from Vegan Urban Kitchen, but I think they had chicken. We're using sausage. But this savory and sweet together, unmatched. Unmatched. Let's see. You take some of this, you take some sausage. Mmm. Mmm, wow. Mmm. And then you can take some more of the syrup. Just have a little sweetness. Mmm. I don't know if this. Well, okay. Okay. Sausage. Mm-hmm. Egg. Mmm. Unmatched. Unmatched. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna eat it all because this. This one needs to be for my husband, but now I'm eating his all up. I'm gonna have to end up making some more batter. Mmm. This is exactly what I wanted. Okay. That's it. That's what I was looking for. So, I recreated it. The sweet, the creamy, the savory. Unmatched. Okay. See you guys later.